Kia ora, I'm Antonio, or Zenga, and I just finished looking over the your VOD versus Strike, and there's a lot of good things. So over here in the link, I've put what I'm going to be talking about here, and I'm going to keep this real simple, real small, so you can just pack a couple cones or something, and you're set. The real big part of this is the document. So I made a little document here. It's got links to everything. There's a summary for the advantage state and the neutral, but also I do recommend kind of looking at some of these because I did look at them pretty extensively, and I think some of them will help you, especially the max charge shot and the charge shot and its cancels with, Samus neutral. Looking into it, Samus is actually really complex. I didn't think she was actually this complex, and I'm actually really excited to see what you can do. She's a really creative character, so don't take this as like, this is the comprehensive guide, right? Because I'm just a shitter, So, like, this is my interpretation of what I think is going to work in Wellington, and what I think you can, like, kind of build upon to kind of start getting that, like, creativity boosted, right? Because once you understand your options really well, then you take the wheel, and then you can just think of every single punish, right? Like, remember when you were talking about, like, how down B and then dash tag, you cover the approach option. Now you can add more layers, like, using down B to start a charge, or using charge to force a oppressive option into a grab punish or a forward air, like, if they jump, like, all those sort of things, right? But, I'm gonna keep it simple for here, and I'll just let you know that the document's here. Alright, so this particular VOD, I'm going to keep this short, of course. This particular clip right here is one of the things that I first look at in the document, which is shielding. So right here, you had the option to shield, but you went for the charge shot instead. In the document, we look at how you can use grab to punish these horizontal approach options, right? So regardless of if he did, I'm just going to mute the VOD. Regardless of if he did like a dash grab, or a dash attack, or even a dash shield, if you instead opted to do charge shot into shield cancelled grab, you would have punished this approach, right? And you would have gotten 40%, you would have gotten like an air, or forward air, or back air, whatever, into like a advanced state, right? Let's look at the next clip. Right over here, you covered the charge shot with the bomb, which is really cool, but you didn't get the grab out. See, this was a confirmed grab. We're going to look at this a lot. Grab is your best friend as Samus, especially extending off of stuff. You can punish grab, obviously it's really laggy, but the more reward you get off it, the more scary it is, and the more options, like, crossing up with a back air to punish spot dodge, as in, like, waiting that spot dodge out, or in general, those options are going to get really good, especially if you're going to, like, whiff punish spot dodge. It goes really far, right, using grab, and try get more reward of grab. So right here, you didn't get the grab. You did get this really nice fade back forward air. I really like this. I fucked with this so hard, low-key came. Because, like, you got the max drift, and you were super safe, right? So I really like that option out of this, and generally speaking, that could have worked. If they went for, like, a dash grab or something like that instead of the roll, or if they were bigger so the roll got punished. But then afterwards, you went for a charge shot, which I think the option should have been either shield immediately, because shield is frame 1, and then you could punish this with shield grab, or just go for a grab. Or even jump out. Like, jumping out, movement is your best friend to get out of the corner. We talked about how hard it is because she doesn't really have boxing options. Basically, your answer to not having boxing options is moving, and you want to be able to jump fluidly around your opponent. And we'll talk about Beer versus on Wednesday, because I'm really excited to show you some stuff on it. Next clip is grabbing again. So right over here, you set up this neutral B, you dash attack instead. And the reason I think this is a flaw is because it's at 17%. So strictly a grab would have been better in this scenario, right? Because you just get way more reward off it, and here you get 29% and a not really good scenario. Like, it's okay, But even past that, right, I think the bigger flaw is that she's jumping. Now, she does have really good landing aerials, so it's not bad to want to whiff punish a landing. However, I think try look for them doing an aerial before you're going to punish. If they're not doing an aerial, just go for the grab. And if they're doing aerial, also go for the grab. It's a really good whiff punish tool. And so you get the dash attack, which, isn't bad, and then, the neutral betrayer. But yeah. Into the next clip. Also, that was nice, but that could have been a grab. You know, and then you could extend forward, back, and blah, blah, blah. Basically, I'm going to say grab a lot. Or like confirm grabs a lot. Don't look for, like I would say confirm grabs. Don't look for raw grabs unless you're baiting an aggressive option like, you know, charging into shield. If you go for just a random dash grab, that's not going to work a lot of the time. Alright. And you haven't been doing that, which is actually really good. So if you could have confirmed that out of that charge shot, that would have been real sick. Another thing, just general, in this whole set, you didn't really save the charge shot to max charge shot, and I look at it in the document, so, in the document, there's also, like, showing the disparity between, like, what 90%, when 90% charge shot kills, and when max charge shot kills. But in any case, here is the next clip. And this is where I think you should be reaction shielding rather than preemptive shielding. So, Palu, Neutral B, you can reactive shield. But in general, you only want to shield if they're, like, running at you, right? If they're, like, in this sort of area, don't worry about shielding. You can just hold charge shot, right? If they're jumping at you, that's when you want to start holding shield, or, like, and then shield into jump forward air to pressure the full hop, or whatever, you know. Don't do this where you kind of are a little bit worried to get hit. I think it's somewhere here.
And paired with that speed, I mean, that's...
Okay, maybe it was a little bit early. Okay, it was right here, yeah. So you were preemptively shielding to avoid a punish when you could have just held charge a little bit more. Oh, actually here, you reaction shielded. You know, that was actually good. And there you reaction shielded, that was good. But here, you didn't need a shield. Here, you didn't need a shield. Special, I think you did another special into...
has continued to remain.
Even after, like, a...
Shield, yeah, you didn't need a shield. You could have just jumped. If you want to cancel quickly, just tap shield. And if you do it, if you hold shield for less than 3 frames, you'll just do the cancel, and you won't have to shield. So you won't get, like, the shield drop lag. So keep that in mind.
Laundry list of,
either way, you were still winning neutral, which is kind of funny. But yeah, shield again. You can just tap shield. You don't need to commit to a full shield.
She's still managed to stay irrelevant, just because of, I think her...
And lastly, you were giving up too much ledge here.
Gets past.
So you know, right here, that full give up of ledge didn't really do a lot. That back hit could have been a hot jump punish, but in general, you could have looked for a down B into charge shot, or a down B into up tilt, like right here. Like, this bomb isn't really covering a whole lot, I don't believe.
The roll isn't too bad.
But yeah, no, really exciting VOD. Oh wait, actually, hold on. This is another important option. So right now, you're doing down to do your ledge attack. Do out. Because if you notice here, I'm going to slow the VOD down completely. This is going to be quite a hard catch, but hopefully we get it. Oh, no, never mind. That was the... Okay, so... what is it? Okay, wait. Maybe let's speed this up, actually. Okay, somewhere here. Okay, yeah, here we go. So, if you saw just then, there was a little purple spike, which means you fast fall, right? So, if you hold down off the ledge, you're going to fast fall. You want to hold out and then jump forward, because that way you won't get punished like you did here, because you could have been able to get the cross up, or you would have been able to drift back. So, whenever you're doing a drop ledge aerial, hold back rather than down. In any other case, I hope you've enjoyed the VOD. I kept this a little brief because usually I would do like 40-minute VODs, and I feel like, you know, I mean, there's just so much time, and I'd rather just the important stuff stick. If you want like the extensive look at it, look at the kind of document I made, and look at the specific thing, whatever interests you, honestly, because like I don't really this is the part that I want to accentuate the most. You're not going to learn everything, right? And, like, not everything that I tell you is going to, you know, stick, and nor will it maybe be right, you know? Like, I'm definitely not a Samus professional, right? So just see what sticks. Whatever you think you would really like to do, throw it in, right? If you remember one thing, and one thing only, that's already, like, huge, right? So, yeah. Excited for tomorrow, and good luck, gamer.